Okay, so I've been reading Hell's Paradise lately, and I've been liking it a lot, so there is going to be a slight spoiler in this video for a character in Hell's Paradise. It will just be about that one character, and don't worry, I will warn you when the spoiler comes up, and I will include a timestamp to skip to when I get to that point. But that's about it. So, while I was reading Hell's Paradise, it got me thinking about those characters in fiction which value justice above all else, or what they perceive as justice. You know, since justice itself is extremely malleable and differs in definition between who's describing it and the societies that determine what constitutes justice, I am more so talking about characters that kind of are a bit maybe hypocritical in their stance on justice, or maybe value justice to unhealthy degrees. I have chosen to dub these characters justice pricks. So, what exactly constitutes a justice prick? Well, for one, justice pricks are generally assholes. They don't care about nuances, they care about order, and so this means that they are really unwavering in their pursuit of justice and order, which makes them feel cold and unfeeling a lot. This is by design, of course, since a lot of these guys make for pretty good antagonists, actually. Differing ideologies and all. Now, there are a ton of different justice pricks, but today I'm talking about the more so societal justice pricks. I'm talking about characters that put order in society above morality. So, I just want to go through a few of them and talk about them. First up, Akainu, or Sakazuki, for One Piece, is such an asshole. The dude was one of the admirals and is now the fleet admiral of the Marines. He has the magma fruit, and damn is he a force to be reckoned with. He's just a force of nature, in that he completely embodies the concept of absolute justice. He's the perfect representation of the world government in the world of One Piece. Because it doesn't matter how brutal or merciless he will obtain law and order no matter what. The dude freaking had 2 ships blown up, killing a whole lot of innocent people in the process, mind you, just in case anyone from Ohara was on those ships. He brutally killed the Marine for trying to desert the Paramount War. Anytime he busts out his fruit, it's always followed up with immense destruction and devastation. It's just such an overwhelming power for the characters we root for to contend against. Also, the dude is kind of an instigator. He got squad to stab Whitebeard, and he purposely insulted Whitebeard in front of Ace, which caused him to turn around and fight, which led to Akainu completely overpowering Ace's fire because magma is simply more destructive and deadly than fire is. And even after getting his ribs freaking earthquake hammered, he still somehow managed to survive, and now he commands all of the Marines. Freaking fantastic villain, and of course, a massive prick. Next up is Byakuya Kuchiki from Bleach, specifically the Byakuya from the Soul Society arc, in which he was, of course, the primary antagonist. And he was at the height of his justice prickness. He's an all-rounder. He is very proficient in Kido, he has an incredibly fast Shunpo, and he has a powerful freaking Zanpakuto. Senbon Zakura is so freaking cool. It's powerful, it's fast, it's deadly, and he has a ton of techniques he can use with it. It's also just freaking beautiful to look at. He is, in essence, the perfect Shinigami. He's the perfect representation of the Soul Society, even if it's to a fault. Just like Akainu, he believes in upholding the laws of the Soul Society no matter what, even if his own sister is going to be executed by said Soul Society. The difference between Byakuya and Akainu, though, is that Byakuya actually has a heart and does love Rukia. He didn't always have a stick up his ass. Most of his justice prickness comes from his upbringing as a Kuchiki and the beliefs he had installed in him as a kid. So when Ichigo came in and defeated him, it turned his beliefs on his head. Over the course of the series, he undergoes a character arc, of course, and becomes a bit more lenient and chill as time goes on. He still keeps his arrogance, though. I feel like I have to talk about this character because she's probably one of the most famous justice pricks in fiction, or just in kind of common media. She's from Akame ga Kill, and her name is Seiryu Ubiquitous, which I think is supposed to either be a play or mean justice everywhere. Yeah, moving on. This girl is a member of the Empire's police force and becomes a member of the Jaegers. Just like the previous guys, she's also a justice prick who believes in order and the laws of the Empire no matter what. She seems like a sweet girl, but when she is fighting enemies, she turns into an insane psychopath. She even has a Tegu, which is this dog thing that also turns into a giant monster. Like I said, she is a complete psychopath and relishes in her quote-unquote justice. Now, I am going to go off topic here a bit, but I'm going to be real, I don't really think she works that well in the story because the two sides to this character feel like two entirely different people. I can't get a grasp on who she is supposed to be. She changes at the drop of a hat, and I understand that it's kind of the point, but it doesn't serve the story well because Seiryu just lacks any kind of subtlety. These two personalities are so different, and there's no intersection between the two of them. She's either good or she is committing war crimes. This is why I said she doesn't serve the story well. It isn't Seiryu that's the problem necessarily. It's Akame ga Kill in general. When the series wants to portray goodness, then a character is good. If a character is bad, they do a whole bunch of heinous crap. There's never a middle line in this series, and Seiryu is unfortunately a byproduct of this, but I digress. I didn't mean to make that into a little rant on Akame ga Kill. Anyways, here is the spoiler. Spoiler warning for Hell's Paradise. There's a timestamp on screen. Go to it at your leisure if you wish to do so. The Hell's Paradise character I'm talking about is the Yamada Asaemon Shugen. This dude is loyal to the Shogun without question and is completely unwavering. He has a sweet side for the other Yamada Asaemon and is constantly learning from them. He even openly cries for them and does not hide his emotions from anyone. But he also believes in order no matter what. To him, it's all black and white. Society and the law are everything, and anything that strays from that is evil and needs to perish. So this means he is beyond brutal and cruel to anyone who breaks the law, even if it's another Yamada Asaemon. And as stated before, he will cry for them, but he will not compromise his beliefs. It's easy to dislike this guy because he is a very dangerous antagonist for our cast, since half of them are criminals that he will not hesitate to behead on sight. But we like these criminals, and so do the other Asaemon that spend time with them on the island. And since Shugen will also kill them simply because they betrayed the damn Shogun, it becomes really easy to dislike the guy. However, I think he's a very well-written antagonist and ties in really well with the concepts and ideas that are shown throughout the story. The concept of weakness also meaning strength, and how that being in touch with it and accepting weakness makes a person stronger. The series is constantly referencing balance, this idea of balance, and he's kind of one of the interesting facets that comes from a society and story like this. Another justice prick that maybe could be brought up is maybe Funny Valentine. I don't think he really counts though in this section because he does care about America, but it's not really for order. It's not really for order. He more so just cares about just making America great. Like, that's why he wants the Holy Corpse, so that way no misfortune comes to his country. He loves his goddamn country. There are other characters. I'm sure there are tons of these characters in fiction. I know the Injustice Superman is I haven't really read the story and I haven't played the game, but from what I've heard, apparently the Injustice Superman is like this. And there was even an episode of the animated Justice League that focused on this, where the heroes go to another dimension that has like law and order, but they end up in turn sacrificing people's rights. It's an interesting conversation. But, that's just about it. I just kind of felt like making this video because, like I said, I've been reading Hell's Paradise, liked it a lot, so let's just leave it at that. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching.